All right, so just to kind of like expand a little bit more on that last video I just made, um, about people waiting on Christ, waiting on someone to come save their day. They waiting on things to change. Look, the reason why I say you got to start with the man in the mirror, you have to do your part, right? God is going to make good on his promise. Absolutely, right? But the thing is, the world is going to change when people change, when we become more Christ like in our nature. If we want a better world, we want a world that's the return of Christ, right? We got to make the changes within ourselves. We have to become better people. We have to elevate ourselves. You can't wait on God to come back and do it for you. You got to do your part. Meaning, Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, think of it in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So when I think of God, I think of it in terms of God being the most high vibrations, all right, which are things like love, peace, joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, balance, fairness, justice, wisdom, clarity, knowledge, and understanding, etc., etc., etc. You get the point, right? And then the devil, of course, is the opposite of that. All that toxic shit, all that lying, illusion, confusion, fear, anxiety, depression, kill, steal, destroy, chaos, manipulation, etc., etc., etc. You get the point. So, with that being said, we all have to do our part and take up our cross, right? Our burdens to make ourselves better people and to stand up and fight for this new world that's coming online. We cannot sit back and expect others to do it because that's exactly what the enemy wants you to think, that somebody else is going to do it. And if you think that somebody else is going to do it and they think that you're going to do it, then nobody's going to do it and it ain't going to get done. All right? Um So yeah, I kind of cringe a little bit when I hear people saying they still waiting on Christ. They waiting on the day of the hour to see this miracle. You look, it's happening every day. When I say people are being caught up, it's people living and left behind. There's people, the people that are caught up right now are living in a totally different reality than everybody else. Pandemic what? Misery, misery where? Their mindset is totally different. They're not afraid of what somebody gonna do if they threaten them to take their job. They're creating their jobs. They're not scared of that. They're not afraid of somebody threatening their life or uh, whatever the case may be. They're not afraid of the manipulation tactics and the fear because they're living mentally in a different place. They're at a place of peace in their heart. They're not, what? Nigga, what? So they're totally detached from the things of this world. They're not worried or concerned about it. And then you got the ones who were left behind who are still in fear, have anxiety, they're confused, and they're being manipulated by these fucking tactics. So because they're afraid of dying, they go and run and get a vaccine. Because they don't have clarity, they don't seek knowledge, they just listen to what somebody tell them to do and they follow suit. They don't stand up for themselves. They fall for anything. So that's just like an example. So it's clear as day right now. You could tell who's being caught up and who's being left behind. Right? Those who are caught up are living in God's will. They ain't got time to be sitting here worried about these people, these places, these things, these situations and scenarios, telling them that it's the end of the world and we're all going to die, or we all are already dying. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I'm creating the new world that I want. That's what the fuck I got time for. Right? I hope that makes sense. I hope it'll help somebody make sense. You can't wait around for the world to change for you. You got to do it yourself. Change yourself, starting with changing yourself, the way you think, how you see things, your perspective. And you'll see that Christ has returned. And you'll see that the world can be a better place and will be a better place. But yeah, you gotta get in formation and do your part. Right? You can't wait for it to be done for you. Does that make sense? I hope so.